We have some breaking news. The AIADMK has slammed Stalin, Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, over custodial deaths, have asked for a compensation to be increased from 10 lakhs to 50 lakhs. Now, if you may recall, earlier Stalin had announced that 10 lakhs shall be paid to Vignesh's family, but now the opposition, that is the All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, has said that Stalin should increase the compensation from 10 lakhs to 50 lakhs. So the main opposition in Tamil Nadu has asked for an increase in compensation, slammed Stalin over the custodial death of Vignesh.
These incidences are happening only under the DMK regime shows that the inaction of the police personnel and their inability to take the correct actions. It seems that all the police personnel are venting out their anger and frustration on common men and civilians who are helpless in front of the policemen who are supposed to maintain law and order. This repeated incident is happening and it is surmounting every month on month. And our leader, Honorable Leader Edappadi has raised the same in the Assembly today. And our party coordinator, O. Paneerselvam, has sought CBI inquiry into the custodial death of Mr. Vignesh, who passed away last week because of custodial torture. And it seems there is no end to this custodial torture and death.
விசாரணையின் போது அப்போது காவலர் தாக்கியதால் விக்னேஷ் வலிப்பு வந்து இறந்து போனதாகவும் ஆகி இருந்ததாகவும் விசாரணைக்காக தலைமைச் செயலர் குடியிருப்பு காவல் நிலையத்திற்கு அழைத்து சென்றுள்ளனர். விசாரணையின் போது அப்போது காவலர் தாக்கியதால் விக்னேஷ் வலிப்பு வந்து இறந்து போனதாகவும் ஆகி இருந்ததாகவும் விசாரணைக்காக
So there you have it, 10 lakhs which was announced by Stalin, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Now the largest opposition, AIADMK, and you saw Edappadi Palaniswamy speaking. AIADMK says 10 lakhs does not suffice. The compensation to Vignesh's family should be increased and it should be 50 lakhs now. Let me now go across to Varshini Ramu, who filed this exclusive report on the Vignesh death case. Varshini, so a lot of political slugfest is now happening, right? I mean, AIADMK is now saying 50 lakhs. 10 lakhs is not enough.
Well, yes, Sudha. So this issue has definitely risen up extremely, and the opposition party and the leader Edappadi Palaniswamy has asked for a 50 lakh rupee compensation for the family, and he has clearly mentioned that this is not enough for the family, and he also has demanded a government job for a person from the family, and also for a proper CBI investigation so that proper justice is served. And he's also mentioned about the incident that happened in Thoothukudi, the two people, the Jairaj and Benix, when they were killed in custodial torture. And he's also mentioned how the AIADMK government back then handled the matter, and how they were the ones who transferred the case to CBI to bring proper justice, and they served justice to the deceased back then, and they want a similar investigation to take place right now, and they are urging the government to order for a CBI investigation in this matter for proper justice. And as Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has already mentioned that he will definitely not resist any kind of inhumane activity taking place under his government. Therefore, he will also make sure that justice is served in this matter. Therefore, the amount of compensation is what the AIADMK party is asking for, a higher price to be given to the family, and also for a proper CBI investigation in this matter.
Ramu, for joining us on this broadcast. Let's listen in to what Stalin said about the Vignesh case in the assembly.
இரவு வழக்கமாக மேற்கொள்ளக்கூடிய வாகன சோதனையின் போது சென்னை பட்டினப்பாக்கம் பகுதியைச் சார்ந்த சுரேஷ், விக்னேஷ் ஆகிய இருவரும் வந்த ஆட்டோவை கெல்லிஸ் அருகில காவல்துறையினர் நிறுத்தியிருக்கிறார்கள். கஞ்சா போதையில் இருந்த அவர்களை காவல்துறையினர் விசாரித்தப்போ சரியான பதில் சொல்லாத காரணத்தால் வாகனத்தையும் அவர்களையும் சோதனையிட்டிருக்கிறார்கள். அப்படி சோதனையிட்ட போது அவர்களிடம் கஞ்சா மற்றும் மது பாட்டில்கள் இருந்தது தெரிய வந்திருக்கிறது. பிறகு அவர்களை காவல் நிலையத்திற்கு வருமாறு அழைத்திருக்கிறார்கள். இருவருக்கும் காலை உணவு வழங்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. காலை உணவு சாப்பிட்ட பின் விக்னேஷுக்கு திடீரென்று வாந்தி வலிப்பு வந்திருக்கிறது. உடனே அருகில் இருக்கக்கூடிய தனியார் மருத்துவமனைக்கு அவரை கொண்டு சென்றிருக்கிறார்கள். அங்கிருந்து மேல் சிகிச்சைக்காக கீழ்ப்பாக்கம் அரசு மருத்துவமனைக்கு கொண்டு செல்லப்பட்டிருக்கிறார். ஆனால் அங்கு அவரை பரிசோதித்த மருத்துவர்கள் அவர் இறந்த நிலையில் கொண்டு வரப்பட்டதை தெரிவிச்சிருக்கிறார். இதனை தொடர்ந்து இறப்பு குறித்து சந்தேக மரணம் என முறைப்படி வழக்கு பதிவு செஞ்சு,
even as Stalin is actually talking about the sequence of events in the arrest and the eventual death of Vignesh, and of course the arrest of Suresh, I'm being joined by Henri Tiphagne, who's the Executive Director of People's Watch, National Secretary, HRDA. Henri, vanakkam to you. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining India Ahead. You know, we have an exclusive. My colleague Varshni Ramu spoke to Karpagam, who's Suresh's mother, who has raised some questions, and I'm asking you, you know, we keep hearing about custodial torture. I mean, I'm not cherry picking on Tamil Nadu, but Tamil Nadu, there have been several cases, Jayaraj Binix, Manikandan, and now Vignesh. Now, there are some questions, and I would like you to please comment on this. First is that, you know, the police takes them and allegedly beats them up. The police says no, Vignesh already was, you know, suffering from epileptic fits and therefore he died. I mean, this whole thing about when you take somebody for questioning, even if they are in possession of narcotics or alcohol, as it's being bandied about, do you think it's even fair to beat them up, Henri? Please unmute, Henri. Thank you. And unmute saying.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now. Thank you.
Sorry. I'm happy that the silence in the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly is finally broken. Maybe the opposition and the ruling party are now discussing about the amount of compensation. But we are all wanting to discuss about what exactly took place. What has been reported by the Honorable Chief Minister is information that has been passed on to him by the police, which is thoroughly wrong. Your channel knows, your channel has examined witnesses who have told you that he was taken into, both of them were taken into custody at 11 p.m. on the 18th night at Kelly's. Thrashed on the road with 4 battens broken. They were kept there till 2:30. It is at 2:30 that they were taken in the auto, the same auto in which they came, the same auto driver. So there are eyewitnesses this time. Let not the police think the eyewitnesses have gone. Suresh is a surviving eyewitness. The auto driver Prabhu is a surviving eyewitness. Unfortunately, the Tamil Nadu police, the Chennai City Police and the intelligence are giving wrong information to the Honorable Chief Minister. However, I'm happy that he has announced 10 lakhs compensation to start with. I hope he is able to order immediate registration of an FIR under Section 302 IPC along with the SC/ST Atrocities Act, since the deceased and the injured Suresh are both members of the scheduled caste community. This is a duty statutorily cast upon the government. This is not mercy. This is statutory duty. Number one.
Right.
Number two, we would ensure that the life of Suresh, who is undergoing imprisonment in solitary confinement at Pudal 2, now is immediately shifted to Stanley Medical College Hospital for better treatment. These are two very, very urgent demands that we place to the Honorable Chief Minister, and to ensure that all the higher officials responsible for night duty on the 18th of April, when the assembly is in session, all the night officers, Inspector, AC and DC, are also placed under suspension, and once the FIR is registered, included as accused. Do not forget that this is a case further where 1 lakh rupees has been given by the police in Ayanavaram police station to Vinod, the brother of Vignesh. So these are further demands, and we are sure victory will be on the side of victims
Right.
and not on the side of the police.
Mr.
We would
Tiphagne,
like the-
yeah, I also want to ask you that, it has been alleged that, that the cremation of Vignesh took place without his family being informed about it. That is one of the allegations. And the second is that when my colleague Varshini spoke to Karpagam, who's Suresh's mother, she said that she's receiving information about her son, Suresh, who's in a subway jail, through other sources. There is no information. And a convict, apparently, who was released from jail told Karpagam that, her son had bruises on his face. So all this points to, does it point to illegality, as it were, and police brutality in some way, Mr. Tiphagne?
Conclusions I fully concur with. I only want to tell you that Suresh's mother, Karpagam, whom you had interviewed now, has informed us that she went to the police station on the morning of the 19th. She was kept sitting in the police station for almost 1 hour. Suresh was kept in hiding inside the police station. How could the police have the heart to hide the son from the mother? They have to answer very tough questions. And I believe the CBI, and I would like to tell the opposition leader that we believe the CBCID of Tamil Nadu is capable of doing a very good job, perhaps a better job than the CBI. So we do not want CBI to start interfering into this matter. We want the CBCID to be investigating. CBCID will definitely do a good job. The entire job in the Satangulam case was initially done by the CBCID, for people to remember. As regards the mother meeting the son in the jail, this morning she went to the jail, and this morning she was also told that he is not available, he's gone to court. That is not true. He is very much kept in jail. He is kept under vigilance. He is kept in isolation, which is not to be done to a person who is a victim of police torture. As regards the cremation, there was no cremation which took place. The plan of the police was to cremate, but the family, Vinod and others, resisted, went to the judicial magistrate, pleaded with him and said, if you cremate, you will have another body to cremate, and that will be my body. And therefore,
I think we lost the connection to what Mr. Tiphagne, Henri Tiphagne, was speaking about. There are several loopholes. Yeah, Mr. Tiphagne, go ahead.
Yeah, the body should have been shown in the postmortem room before the family decided to take it for cremation or burial. This
I'm sure he'll be back, Henri Tiphagne, to speak more about the cremation of the deceased 25-year-old Vignesh.